Hi, it's Christopher Grubb. I'm at World Market Las Vegas in the Nourison showroom. I have the pleasure of being with Ron Woodson and Jaime Rummerfield. They have Woodson Rummerfield's House of Design, or Woodson and Rummerfield's House of Design. We know each other in LA. We're friends. Exciting to have them for House Tipster and get to talk.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. So everybody wants to know, it's always the question, how did you get in this business? How did you get in the crazy business that we're in?
Well, Ron and I both had our own design practice years ago, 15 years ago.
Yes.
We had a lot of vendors and colleagues in common, but we didn't know one another. And one day Ron invited me to a dinner party and we met, and the rest is history, really.
The rest is history. So you had two different businesses, but did your look and your feel of design, it sounds like it melded, because I've seen your work and it's complementary. Do you feel you each had a different thing you brought to the table?
Well, clearly we have our own style and aesthetic, but it did really meld. I mean, I would say if there was anybody else that I would say I'm closest to, it would be Jaime. And the way that we wanted to build our careers and our practices, there would have been no one else.
We really strive for a standard of excellence together, so we hold each other to that level.
Right.
And it has to pass the test with two of us.
When you start a project, what starts the project? What excites you on it?
It really depends on the client. It depends on the client and the project. Our clients are all across the board. We have a lot of celebrity clients, music industry people. So these clients want something that they're not going to see every day.
And coming from Los Angeles, our inspiration goes far back into a bygone era of time. So when you're talking about Regency even, that's been around for decades. Regency is a part of our heritage.
Right.
And so we carry the torch for that type of opulence and Southern California design.
But it's fair for me to say it's a casual luxury. You know, you guys to me have a casual luxury. It's still luxury, but it's not one of those you come in and feel like, ooh, I'm uncomfortable in it. I've always admired.
It has to be very comfortable. It's very livable.
It's got a glam to it, but it's comfortable, which is one thing I've always loved about the work you do. One thing I've loved about my time in LA is there's been an appreciation of people for architecture that's there. You started a foundation, Save Iconic Architecture. How did you one day wake up and go, we're starting a foundation in all of our spare time?
In Los Angeles, there's so much great architecture across the board. You have from the 20s to the 60s that were prolific times in Southern California. People have come to Los Angeles and just feel like they can rip our very small history apart. We just got to a point where we couldn't stand it any longer. We had clients that would say, oh, well, we like the house, but we're going to tear it down. And we just got to a point where we're like, why'd you buy the house? I mean, and so we kept looking at one another and saying, somebody's got to do something.
We would contact the Conservancy. It is a great organization, but we realized that there wasn't really a focus on some of these monumental homes, and most of them aren't protected, and the way construction and demolition is happening so fast and furious in LA, slowly those structures are disappearing, and once they're lost, they're gone forever.
So how do you find a property that you get on board with, that you think, no, this one we're fighting for because there's so many?
We do have a criteria that we work by, you know, who the architect was, the cultural relevance. You know, there's a lot of houses that, you know, right, may not be that spectacular of a house, but what happened in the house. And once that history is gone,
and it's part of LA history, which is significant. It's great.
Well, and you guys are preserving it, and you know, I value what's happened in LA, and of course I respect what you're doing. You know, I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
All right, well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And where can people find out more about your extensive career and all the great looks that I love?
They can go to our website, which is wandrdesign.com.
Awesome. No, and you need to look. It's very special. The one thing, they're not afraid of color, which is also very exciting, so definitely check it out. Thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you for having us.